So, how are you all doing today?
Pretty well.
Me?
Better than yesterday.
Good.
Okay.
And we would like to get them on.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody.
You're here
Oh
now.
yeah, that was the video I'm editing. I was gonna see if you could hear it or not, but you can.
Yes.
So we have my roommate is in like a community service learning class, and she volunteered out at the shelter, and so she has to like make a video that she can play. And so I'm editing it and making it all sad.
Why are you
Why
making
sad?
Because it's like a video about like how many like dogs get sent, like how many animals get sent to shelters, and why she decided to volunteer there and stuff.
Oh.
I can't watch this.
Yeah.
It'll make me cry.
I know my roommate, who like was the one that took the videos, was like, "This video is gonna make me cry," and I'm like, she's like, "And I'm the one that took the videos," and I was like, "Sorry." Because like the thing I'm doing is I'm taking a bunch of news clips, like audio, and putting it and like writing out what they're saying in the video, and then like putting it over videos from the shelter.
I have now officially been subscribed to PartyWipeGames for 9 months.
Oh, baby.
I think I only got gifted a sub like before. I haven't really. I didn't has money.
Mm-hmm. He says.
What is this? What is this willpower rolling nonsense? Was this?
Oh, Natalia had to make a roll with what she was doing.
I actively defy.
No, not that, because you never specifically said. Again, it's like a genie's wish. You have to be specific in what you order.
No. It's defiant in the sense that I'm finding the loophole to do what is right.
Yeah.
Didn't say I couldn't save him.
Well, that one. How well she's lying at the hospital.
Please make sure it's well. He's lying very well.
So, yeah, I have come join me on Vancouver by Night. We try to save Sexy Grandpa's life.
Yeah, sexy grandpa.
No murder of Sexy Grandpa. This is illegal.
Are we ready to start?
Yeah, we are.
I am.
Live and kicking. At least most of it.
Yeah, not the kindred.
No.
They're kicking though.
I'm ready. I'm just gonna be muted for a little bit during the first part while I'm still gonna talk and stuff and listen, but I'm gonna be editing this video at the same time. I'm almost done with it though. I'm like 30 seconds away.
Okay. Aren't you good kitty? Aren't you good kitty?
Okay. So welcome back everyone to Vancouver by Night. Last time, the Marshal wrapped up a gunfight very quickly. Mr. Velvet kept one of the ghouls for himself, with no objection from the Marshal.
Nope.
The Marshal went back home. Actually, Vinian suffered a paranoia compulsion, and the blood boiling in him told him not to trust the Marischal.
To be honest, no one should.
The Coterie had to act quickly to flee the scene before the police were on site. So Desra used the arms of Aramon to grapple Vinian and force him into the car, where, as they were driving home, Vinian escaped and, with amazing force, ended up knocking off the car as he spilled out into the road. Desra ordered Natalia to hit him with the car and then stake him. Navina dealt with a witness, and the Marischal returned to their haven with Vinian staying staked for the time being. As Desra and the doctor returned to the college, their haven smelled of blood, and when they entered, they found the bodies of the watchman and Gustav, barely alive.
Oh, the watchman was dead, though.
All the watchmen were dead.
They
Who watches them?
the person in charge of the morgue right now.
Not wrong. The Desra ordered some surgery supplies, and the doctor worked as best as she could to save Gustav's life. Vinian was unstaked, and he hasn't gone into his room and hasn't left. Right before the Marischal sleeps for the day, the doctor told Natalia to take Gustav to a proper hospital. She agreed, and the next night, everyone goes to bed. The kindred wake up. Vinian to roll me 4 rouse checks. Everyone roll 1.
You said 2?
Right now, you are going to roll 1 because I want to see how Desra reacts to Gustav missing.
Sorry, did I get that backwards? I heard 2 for somebody and 1 for the others.
4 for Finian, 1 for everyone else.
4. Okay.
You know it's gonna be a bad night when Navina wakes up and she's not hungry. This has always been a bad sign.
It says I have a remorse dice, do I?
No, rouse.
Rouse.
Oh my god, I keep clicking remorse.
You know it's going to be a good night when I wake up with 3 hunger.
3, 4.
So you get 2 hunger.
Be still critical on the rouse. No, that would be awful.
2 hunger. Ha, I'm at 4.
Oh, not again.
Your hunger increases by 2.
It's fine. Sure, it's fine.
I got blood bags for a reason.
You do.
Only help you.
He's not coming out of his room.
No, it'll help Finn. I can't have them because Ventra.
Yeah.
But anybody else is fine.
Ish.
So
Ish.
Navina went to bed with Desra to try and comfort her. So are we trapped in the bunker, as it were?
Yeah, the bunker would probably open on cue. It's probably got an automatic timer and stuff. Or an button inside.
It's custom made.
As soon as I'm up, I'm just gonna grab whatever supplies I need, throw my lab coat on, and leave a note that I'm heading towards the hospital, just in case I'm not caught before I head out the door.
when the bed goes up, I'll look at Desra, because I don't know what's going on with the doctor, with Finn, or anybody else, and trying to delay the inevitable. Just try and distract her for a little bit.
Oh, how do you distract her?
Well, first you ask how the person is doing. Desra? Are you alright?
I'll be feeling better when the doctor tells me Goose's vitals are stable.
She's doing the thing where she's rushing to get ready.
Desra, it's going to be okay.
It's not.
Calm down.
Our haven was attacked. We've been talking about looking weak in front of the rest of the Camarilla. This is only going to add another nail into our proverbial coffin.
Well, Desra, as Mr. Velvet did point out before, our haven has been compromised and we've yet to do anything about it. That's something that we need to invest in.
I think I saved points.
Yes.
We'll have to story reason fix that.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do anything about it with all of the craziness that's gone on, and now with this, we need to focus on that. Otherwise, this is going to happen again. Hell, I'm half surprised something didn't happen while we were sleeping. And given the fact that the first person who got through was probably Kine, yeah.
They
That's
probably sent expendable first before mopping up.
Well, supposedly this place was breached before, and she sits up on the bed and is just like looking at Desra to try and get Desra to look at her. Desra. I'd like to talk to you and not your back.
She'll turn and face Navina. That kind of, I'm really trying to walk out the door stare. But very
No,
much.
she sees it.
Yeah, it's the look she gives, but stays put.
We need to think of what we're going to do moving forward. I need you to think of what we're going to do moving forward. You're the one who is our security. We've always turned to you. I know I have.
We need to focus on securing the haven. We got that meeting with the prince.
In 2 days.
We'll try and...
One day now.
It will try and get us ahead of this news. But news of our defeat in our own haven is going to travel fast. And more people are going to start seeing that we're vulnerable. Which means we're going to...
Sorry.
Which means we're going to need to work fast ourselves. I'll make calls. Try and find some new help. Our entire security team is down.
Desra, it's tomorrow. We don't have a lot of time for cover-ups and stories and whatnot. Though thankfully, the only people who would know what happened is the people who did it. So, we have some good news. If you can call it good news. If the person responsible for this is Cade, then word'll have gotten out. There isn't really that many people who would know where our haven is. We don't advertise where we live. I can't imagine anyone else would point people in this direction.
Can't imagine anyone would want to use Jimmy as an excuse unless they had a reason.
But how would they know where to find us? The only people who know where our haven is, are the people who are part of the Camarilla.
She visibly grits her teeth.
Unless you think the Sabbat know. Honestly, I don't know anything about where you came from. No one's ever told me. Just that it's another faction the Camarilla is fighting against, just like the Anarchs, except they're even more chaotic. I know 2 things about them. You came from there, and they blood bond people permanently. That is the extent of what I know about the Sabbat.
If Sabbat had tracked me down, they would have waited to kill me. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm not dismissing the notion that they might be sending a message. I'm more getting angry at realizing the person who pointed out that we had a breach in our haven is also the one who asked me in privately to not kill him for past transgressions.
What?
It's very possible Mr. Velvet might have inadvertently divulged he had a vulnerability. It's a
What are you talking
Nosferatu. Secrets have value.
Yes, I understand that he's Nosferatu. So what? Your Sabbat, it doesn't change who you are. I've seen how you operate, Desra. I've yet to learn that much about Mr. Velvet. But I don't think he would sell us up the river.
I don't think he would have sold us up the river now. Might have been a time before we were friends, where information was more valuable. I can't blame him without proof. I don't think if he had done anything, it would have been intentional to hurt us.
I honestly don't think he ever had any intention to hurt us.
No. We've seen where that non-intention has gotten us.
Well, we don't know that.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him without knowing. I'm only saying it could be a possibility as well. Intentional or otherwise.
Desra, and Navina is like reaching up for her to like catch her hands. What do you mean he told you not to kill him for a transgression?
He cashed in his boon when we were at his club.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you means you don't get to act on it either.
I understand.
And that is the very, you're blood bonded to me. This is in order. What happens in a month, I can't control.
Yeah, she's not planning on acting on it at the moment, one way or the other. She's looking directly at you.
Remind me, Ark, did Velvet ask Desra not to repeat their private conversation when he cashed in his boon?
He just asked you not to kill him.
Okay.
I don't
recall there being that, and I wanted to just double check. Because
I believe it was implied.
Yeah.
It was implied, but not outright said.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a loophole.
Well, it's why I'm being careful with my words. She looks hard again and says, "We know that Velvet made a mistake before. You know that he's made a mistake involving the sheriff.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what it is, though.
We don't.
So it's not that.
It could be. It's grounds for suspicion.
You haven't told me anything. And she just, like, shakes Desra's hands, like a get-to-the-point kind of way.
What I'm saying is, it brings concern when a man tells you, I need to cash in my boon, don't kill me, for divulging information about your coterie. The same night something bad happens.
I'm sorry, he was doing what?
She, like, I know it's a serious moment, but very serious, like, out of character bubble, Desra doing the Will Smith pose, and it just says Nosferatu in flashing letters. But bringing it back in character, she gives a very serious look. He's a Nosferatu. His loyalty's only as loyal as the information he can pass around. He's our friend, but he wasn't always our friend, like I said. He cashed in his boon and made me promise not to kill him for the information he had divulged.
Well,
He
honestly,
specifically asked me not to kill him.
this isn't going to leave this room. If the others found out, I can only imagine the recklessness that they would get up to.
Like murdering all the gangrel in Vancouver.
You are not either.
Not unless I have good reason.
There are more people out there than you can imagine. Also, and she like gives Desra's hands like a slight squeeze. You do not get to lump people all together just based on their clan. You are a former Sabbat. You're La Sombra. Guess whose side I'm on? Yours. Not the Sabbats. And I don't give a rat's ass where you came from. Right now, you are our security. You are the Marshal. You are the most important person to me in this coterie. You took care of someone who was very important to me. You didn't have to. That means more than I can say. And she lifts up Desra's hands and like puts them together and then just kisses her knuckles. That's not because I'm blood bonded to you, but it's because of that I asked you to. Do you understand?
I do.
It might be naive. It might be stupid. It might be the thing that everyone warned me not to do. I don't care. I really don't give a flying fuck. Just because somebody is something, it doesn't take away who they are. And right now, you, me, Epione, Fen, we are the Marshal. And we need to check on Goose. And I stand up, and I'm still dressed in yesterday's clothes. And right now, we are going to the hospital. And just start walking out the door.
Pauses and says, "We're not taking him to any hospital."
He's already there.
But you didn't know that.
No, I thought this was in character. Sorry. Apologies. Yeah, no, she says we're going to the hospital, stands up and walks out.
Mm-hmm. But that's Desra arguing. She's like, he's not going to a hospital as they walk out.
Oh, he's already at the hospital.
But I thought, out of character, you said she didn't know that before.
Oh,
I'm confused.
No, she should.
Navina and Epione, I believe, discussed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at me.
There's that moment where she just pushes Navina to the side and is full running to the lab.
Desra,
Yep.
before you do that, roll for Fury Frenzy.
300, let's do it.
These people...
Is it just a regular frenzy roll on here?
It is just a regular frenzy roll. You use what willpower you have. So if you marked any off...
Oh, we rested.
We did rest.
Yeah, so you get 3 back, or however many your resolve or composure is, whichever is higher.
3! They're both 3.
Hey.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. They're the same. Alright. So, alright. Willpower. Oh boy, I burned so
You're looking for
much.
2 successes.
I burned so many last time. Thanks, Finian. Alright, here we go.
Finn the wiggle worm.
Finn the wiggle worm. Humanity is still a 6 somehow.
Wait, what about Finn the Wiggle Worm?
You made me burn
Oh.
so much willpower last week.
Oh,
Rolling
yeah.
really well. You can't hang on to Malkavians. They're non-Newtonian fluids.
They're,
Did you know?
they're slippery. Oh, there it is. 2 successes.
You push the anger down. You know that they were just doing what they thought was best. And you accept it for now.
For now.
For now.
I
So you were running...
There is a note in the lab to my beloved coterie.
Aw.
Mhm.
Before you decide to kill me, Deshra, know that I have already made my way to the hospital and
Oh,
aim.
I've already won.
I am more dominant than you tonight.
Hey, she gets that penalty gone. She beat the the Lasombra.
Yes!
It's finally over after all this time.
Aw.
And aim to save Gustav. By the way, I have put in a request to have our haven upgraded with a surgery site. Additionally, upon tasting the blood around our haven, I detected not only Gangrel, but also Nosferatu and Ventru. P.S. This note will self-destruct. But
Oh.
not really, please destroy it.
Oh, I was gonna be really surprised if it caught fire.
If only there was blood source that let that happen.
That would be really cool, though.
I could research it.
Roll for terror frenzy.
Yeah,
It
right.
has to be like a bonfire
Yeah,
size.
Yeah,
I'm
people
making a
could-
joke.
Okay,
What if it became a bonfire size?
that would be well. We need to install sprinklers in the lab next. This seems to be a common occurrence.
This does seem to be a common occurrence.
Well, it's your Bunsen burners and such.
Yeah.
So yes, that is what you find in the lab. There's no Gustav or Epione. Or Natalia, now
PPS.
that you think about it.
P.P.S. Please make sure Finian eats his breakfast.
Well, that means Finn's here. I'm not. Oh, sorry, I'm not here yet.
So, well, with signs that Gustav is not there, this wonderful note, there is a moment where she just crushes the note in her hands. And I've come to the executive decision that whenever she manifests Arms of Ahriman, there's probably that, like, horror music note that springs up alongside them manifesting. You know, just that, like, loud, shrill cello note, like, sound. And that's probably what happens outside of the lab, and then you just hear the Kylo Ren sound of the lab being demolished. Things being thrown, things being smashed. And I have to rouse check, because I am very much doing this. Yeah, that figures.
That's
my
2
hunger.
for hunger.
Everybody except me.
Yep.
I'm
So
glad I
is-
emptied my freezer.
She is going completely apeshit on the lab.
Wonderful. So I walk in and see this, yes?
You walk in, you see Desra, arms of Ahriman, going wild. The gurney that Gustav was resting on is flipped over. The Bunsen burner is crashed against the wall. Cabinets are flying. The cabinet doors are flying off the cabinets they're attached to.
Yeah, I see all of this chaos happening, and I frown slightly, and then I shout loud enough that Desra will be able to hear and go, "This is how we ended up with a fire in the first place. You are going to stop this right now so we can go to the hospital." And I'm going to use Mesmerize.
Epione's research destroyed 2 electric boogaloo.
Yeah, basically. Oh!
Oh,
2 is not good. So I'm going to use a willpower to reroll 3 dice.
bestial
Okay.
mesmerize. Bark
Yeah.
like a dog.
Only if it actually works.
We shall see. God damn it!
Ow.
That's
Wow.
2. There we go. There we go. I will mark up 2 willpower.
I mean, it's a crit too, so
Well, the
No,
crit
it's
only
not.
messy crit only applies if
it doesn't add the extra dice, even if it's a messy.
messy criticals
it's-
don't count for crits. This is just you.
Oh.
The beast won this one, not you.
Well, that's unfortunate. It should be.
There's the boop, boop.
It should also be really good check on top of the shitstorm that follows it. That's just my opinion.
I
Yeah.
think they didn't want it to be too brutal,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so you have to roll intelligence and resolve.
Versus
Yeah, to resist.
5.
Yeah, you should have 5 successes.
Yes.
So,
Which, I mean, I got 5, 5, 5. So yes, 5 sounds appropriate.
If only those had gotten
So-
1 up.
Messy critical
There it
Desra
is.
spins around and backhands you, then drags you off to the
all of my dice got moved over to hunger.
Oh no.
I mean, I fail, so there you go. I think the way that manifests too is the second she hears you, it's a spun around, and all of the tendrils are like in that process of going right to you, and they stop just shy of your body.
I'm
And
the
they
snake
relax.
charm.
Yeah, and
The
then
snake charm.
they just relax and they like melt back into the shadows.
And I hold out a hand to you.
She'll take it.
I'm sorry. Let's get Finian.
3
And
blood
we'll go.
bags. Yep, 3 blood bags on the table, by the way.
Is there any more?
Unless Finian came out and just drank them all.
I don't know.
I just know we got 2 people who are really hungry.
We do. But I don't know about the note. I didn't read it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of the blood bags and just like rip or bite into the squirty side. Walk.
Reduce your hunger by 1.
Alright. I'll get Finian then. And she
No, she'll walk
rubbed-
with you to go get
Oh,
Finian.
Okay.
She's just reducing her hunger because I know that walking into a hotel where the scent of blood is really high for hunger is a bad choice.
It is. So I'll hold your hand with one and be like rubbing your back with the other. And make it to Finn's room, and I'll knock on the door. Like, let go of your hand and knock on the door.
Quick
He
question,
doesn't say anything.
storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Goose, were there 3 or 4 other people?
4 others plus Goose.
But they was dead.
Oh, yeah. Then I think there should be 4 blood bags.
Oh,
But that's
God.
up to that's up to the story.
Them.
Did you juice our help?
Oh,
I
no.
did.
Did you not expect that?
No.
Waste not, want
like,
not.
Like,
but
wow,
still.
that's incredibly resourceful. Well done.
I mean, if you're
That's
gonna
me out of character. Well done. That's resourceful.
You would
And
get
that's what Bob tastes like.
you would get more than one per human being. People have a lot of blood.
I'm gonna say it's one because they were bleeding out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
Art,
fair.
also, by the way, because I'm just double-checking my Oblivion stuff, check my Lysambra compulsion, because I know that there is stuff in there that is super important and needs to be played up when bad things happen as a Lysambra. Listed on here? Do I have my compulsion? If
There's not really.
I'll link it.
I need to open up the.
No, I'll send it to you because it's important, and I know that you have like the compulsion stuff come up before, so I don't think it's on the sheet where I can write it down, but I'm going to link it to you. Just so you can do with it as you will, because this is story relevant stuff.
It is a tense situation.
Yep.
I'm just glad Desra calmed down.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. That may come up later.
Yeah, I imagine it would.
So, you've knocked on the door and there has been no answer.
Being dad, I open the door.
It's locked.
We respect your privacy by knocking, but asserting our dominance and coming in anyway.
Exactly. Yes. Being the owner of this haven, I probably have a key.
Absolutely.
Respect your privacy by knocking.
Then he's put a chair in front of it too.
I believe the people that would have the keys would be you, Gustav, and probably Natalia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a chair in front of the door. Strength brawl?
Yeah, like hooked under the doorknob.
Like, yes, let's go with strength brawl.
Desra unlocks the door, turns it, opens it, gives Navina a quick look, gives her the gentle scoot to the side, and then puts the Sabat boot to the door. Four
successes. You kick the door and the chair goes flying across the room, leaving a mark in the drywall.
That's fine. We can fix that later.
It's not like we haven't cleaned anything more up like 2 seconds ago.
We've got a lot.
There's a lot to clean up later.
Hey, the thing is, we don't need to do a demo now so that we can put in the surgery. Hey!
Nope.
That's fair.
and
Silver line.
Desra will just gesture for you to go in first, Navina.
Yeah, I'll walk in very calmly after the door got a boot to the face.
Finian's not there.
To the head.
He's not in his room.
How did he lock the door and then get out?
There's no windows, is there?
Why would you have windows?
There are no windows.
Finian!
I'm gonna stand in the doorway so they can't sneak.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he did it again. You just say Navina looking rather annoyed. Desra, I don't have enough arms to search the room. Can you canvas this?
Yes. Yes, I can do. Hold on. I really need to buy that power where I can see in the shadows.
I think at this point, we're all gonna have to ask the good doctor to teach us that trick because we have a naughty little Malkavian.
You don't have sense the unseen, right?
Venture do not get aspects.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was
No,
who it
no,
was
no.
that had it, but I know somebody
doctor.
here
The
has
doctor.
it. Yeah,
Guess who does?
yeah,
And
I know
him.
you do. Yeah, no.
I feel like at the mention of not having enough arms to search the room, Finian would just go, "Don't."
Then come out.
Finian, we're going to the hospital to check on Gustav.
Desra
Okay,
has
you can go
calmed
then.
down.
We are going.
All of us. The doctor's already there.
I'm not.
You are.
No.
Finian, if you are not going to act as part of this coterie, because this is getting incredibly tiresome to have to chase your fucking ass down night after goddamn night, for once, fucking listen.
Gustav is dying. I don't have time for your games on top of it. We're going to the
Well, then
hospital.
don't play them.
We need you to come with us. That's not a game. You're playing hide and seek. Come out.
Because I don't want to go.
It doesn't matter what you want to do. This is what the coterie is doing. There are things that are bigger than each of us.
He just stays quiet.
Desra will become angry again, and not just. We'll take the door, rip it from the hinges, and say,
We're calling a car. Be in it in 10 minutes, or don't be in this haven when I get back.
We are
Right.
going to have a chat later.
He doesn't respond.
There's blood in the doctor's lab. Drink it and stay put.
Oh, also
Don't-
the blood bags that were put in his room are not drinking from.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, she sees those and just scowls. Finian, I'm not playing a game. I am deathly serious. You need to get your shit together, or you need to get the fuck out of here. Because you've derailed us so many times. Tonight is not the night.
Okay.
She turns and leaves. You're terrible, Ren. Undeathly serious.
I mean, it's a good joke.
Boo.
I was in dad mode, leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm leaving him behind. I'm going to the car. I don't
Okay.
know where Natalia is, so I'm going to.
We gotta
do
call a car. I
phone.
assume she took the doctor.
I don't know. That's why I'm going to call. Ring, ring. As I'm walking towards the door.
Alia?
Are you here or are you with the doctor?
I'm at the hospital.
Thank you. Click. I phone an Uber.
Okay.
Oh, is that Desra? Did she say how she was gonna kill me yet?
Okay. So the
Oh, you're not gonna respond to Shay?
was that in character?
I thought so.
I thought. Sorry, I was a bit confused there.
No, it's fine.
I love how it was just anyway.
It might be.
Slowly, just slowly is the only.
Oh god.
So Natalia would say, "It was Navina, and I have no idea."
Noted.
Right. Uber?
Yes, the Uber arrives, and you're waiting for Finn.
No. I'm waiting on Desra.
Yeah, I told him he has 10 minutes to be in the car.
Yeah. I will say to the guy, hold on. I will say to the guy where it is that we're going, and also to forget that we were ever in the car once we were dropped off.
Do you pay him before or after that?
Neither.
Yeah.
Imagine a very long and silent car.
So,
Doesn't matter.
what are you saying to him exactly?
This is where we need to go. We, as far as you know, will not exist, and you're going to forget this entire trip ever happened. Once you drop us off. Well, no,
Okay.
scratch the last part. You're going to forget this entire trip ever happened.
You know Mesmerize is a rouse check, correct?
I'll do 2 because that would not be fair. Because I did 1 earlier. No, that's remorse. Why do they start with the same letter? It's no good. Boop. Okay, so I get a little bit hungrier. Great. This is fine.
After 10 minutes, Finian does not come out.
Did Finian ever get a new phone?
No.
No. It's been a hectic few weeks.
And this is just the last couple days, or the icing on the cake.
Yep.
Are you guys moving on without?
Yeah. Unless you're going to force him in the car, which I don't imagine is a good idea. I have a question for the storyteller.
Yes.
Given how close the Marshal is with the Prince, we're connected to all the Primogen and the other people in the council, right?
I don't imagine very, as you answer directly to the Prince.
Yeah.
So you don't
But-
need to talk to them as often as someone else would.
No, but we have their contact information, yes?
Yes, if you'll recall, Deseret did ask for a meeting a few days ago.
Perfect.
They still
I'm
haven't
going-
gotten back to you.
That's okay. If I have the number to the Malkavian Primogen, I'm going to start texting him that
His phone will not get texts.
it doesn't get texts.
A lot of the older Camarilla do not use smartphones
Oh.
or even flip phones.
Even flip phones. How do you get in contact with people? God damn.
How do you? We're having parent issues, doctor. We need advice.
I tried
You're a
dial-up
therapist.
this one time and it ended badly.
It made this terrible noise like you wouldn't believe. It sounded like a demon, so I threw it out the window.
And called the Inquisition on.
The device has a spirit in it.
Deus Ex Machina! Sorry, we derailed things a little bit. Apologies.
So you guys are moving on. I didn't hear Rin's answer.
Sorry, what was the question?
You
Are you
coming?
moving on without Finn?
Oh, yeah, I made that very clear. 10 minutes or we're leaving.
Cool.
I
Awesome.
wanted to be sure.
Yeah, that was...
Because some people
was-
say things they don't mean.
That was very much the dad threat. Be in the car when we're leaving, or don't be here when we get back.
Yeah.
And the Uber driver will start taking you to your destination.
He's not paying attention to us.
He kind of has like the stoner look right now.
Good.
Like he's clearly paying attention to the road, but he is not listening whatsoever due to your mesmerize.
I look to Desra and say, "We're free to talk here. He's not paying attention."
Good.
You ripped off his door.
Technically, it's my door.
That's fair. But you ripped off the door.
I ripped off the door.
Apparently, the Malkavian Primogen does not have text messaging.
There's like a look like, yes, and because she is also techno illiterate for the most part.
Just like sigh, pinches brow. Okay, let me put it to you this way.
Does he have somebody
I
that
don't
gets his
know.
messages?
That is what I plan to do tonight. Finian, I don't think, is going to cut it. He's derailed us so many times. He needs someone who can teach him. He needs a proper sire.
I'm in agreement.
He's not ready yet. Not for this. But we do not tell the prince. We do not. I am not watching that boy get strung up like Jimmy.
No reason to put any bigger mark on his head.
We already staked him. We don't want to hurt him anymore. But he will not fit in with us. And I am goddamn starving.
Time goes by and the Uber driver will pull up a little bit away from the hospital, as that's what you guys usually do.
2
blocks away is always preferred.
Yeah.
And then as you walk away, if you glance back, you'll see the guy looking very confused.
Yep. Can we just walk away? I take Desra's arm.
Walk towards the hospital.
I can't believe I'm still in yesterday's clothes. Ugh.
The great thing about being among strangers is don't know.
Is my makeup okay?
Is her makeup okay?
That's not a question I was expecting. We'll say it's fine.
Well, if you're
like,
among the living, if you're among the living, you have things to worry about. Your makeup smudging if you fall asleep in it.
Yeah,
if you're
there's
dead, probably not.
There weren't any like tears or anything to smudge the eyeliner, so yeah, it probably looks fine. And she'll just nod simply. Just
good.
We're going to a hospital. I imagine most people aren't going to be dressing for the gala.
No, but I'm used to dealing with the prince.
Storyteller,
Yes.
is there anything I need to do before they walk?
Put your affairs in order.
Why do you think I have Desra's arm?
Do you have a next of kin?
Kindred.
Kindred.
High five.
It depends on if you. Well, what does the to accomplish?
I would just want to make sure that Gustav is stable and on the road to recovery.
In the room with him, Gustav's vitals are weak, but they're holding steady for now.
Thank God.
Natalia is currently not in the room with you.
Where is she?
As you guys are walking up, you can see someone standing outside by a car, and they're smoking a cigarette.
Is it someone we recognize?
You'd have.
Okay. Wits insight or awareness?
They aren't actively trying to hide themselves. So
Okay.
you get closer and you can recognize white blonde hair and the familiar suited Natalia.
Oh. Hi, Natalia.
Miss Marlin, boss.
How is he?
Weak. I think that's the best way to put it.
Alive. It's
Currently
good to
alive,
hear.
yes.
What's the diagnosis? What was the story?
I said he was involved in what happened at Gotsferatu. He managed to get away and I found him and brought him.
That more or less covers things. I hope. We'll find out, though. Do we just see the receptionist? Did they let you in?
No, I've been out of there for the most part. I didn't think too many people going in and seeing him would be a good idea.
Where's the doctor? Our
In-
doctor.
In the room with him. I'm just a good Samaritan bystander.
I understand. Do me a favor. And Navina will let go of Desra's arm and go to Natalia and just very quietly, not in like this is a secret, just like to be polite, please escort the doctor out in a way that she won't be spotted, if you understand my meaning. I'd like to give Desra a minute alone.
Natalia nods.
Thank you. And she smiles and then goes to the reception.
Desra doesn't follow. She lets you go on in first, and she holds out an arm to catch Natalia before she walks in.
Fuck. God damn it.
Boss?
Rin?
Desra just gives her a good solid right hook.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh no.
You're not activating any powers for this, I'm assuming?
God, no. I'm also gonna willpower.
Who got a right hook?
I'm also gonna willpower that to reroll some.
Why?
She is not going to resist.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Well, then I won't do it if she doesn't resist. Yeah, it's just gonna be a solid hook, and
It's going to be a bruise.
Mhm.
She takes 2 superficial damage.
She's gonna just look down at her and say, "Good work," and walk inside.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's like a flinch at the sound in surprise and Navina turning to look. Just like, shit!
And
Okay.
the good work is very much a thank you for getting him here.
But that'd be a
also, fuck
punishment.
you.
Natalia was basically gold cocked. She just stumbles and then picks herself up, kind of musses her hair back into place, and then adjusts her tie before going in after.
Cool. I just want to go to the receptionist, and if I need to compel her, I will, and say that we're Goose's extended family. That we would like to see him.
Simple enough. It's an unprepared mortal.
Yep. And if they ask why, if they're terribly rude and ask why we don't look similar at all, adoption and marriage. And also, how dare you?
How dare you? There. My
Just
father is dying.
quietly. Yeah. Her father is dying. How can you possibly say that? Also, you racist bitch.
Just all of the gold.
Okay, so you managed to convince her, and she's also fired. Got it.
I mean, she shouldn't ask why you don't look similar.
But did she?
No, I said if she asks. That is the excuse given.
No, with compel, she wouldn't.
Cool.
I don't think she'd ask any questions, but she would direct you to the room.
Cool. I don't want to get this lady fired. Being a nurse is hard. Being a nurse is really fucking hard. Shout out to all the nurses out there.
Shout out.
Like Ark.
Yeah.
Not an actual nurse, but close.
Close enough.
Competitive field.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
We don't want to make it harder for the nurses, I promise. Not in real life.
So yes, you guys are sent up to the room, and if Desra will let her, Natalia will go in first to try to clear the doctor out. I'm assuming that means yes, she can go in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, Doctor, you see Natalia walk in?
Oh. I assume she's here.
Yes,
There's probably a nicely developed welt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, she went easy on you. I guess that means she claims me more.
might be best for you to clear out for a bit.
Oh, it'll happen sometime. Whether it's now or later. But I understand. And I finish, knocking any of the bubbles out of the IV, doing my doctor thing, and then turning and following Natalia. Appreciate it.
Thank Navina. And she'll lead you out. And probably the opposite way that Desra and Navina are.
Once we get to the room, Navina will look up at Desra, lift a hand to fix her hair slightly, and tuck one of her dreadlocks behind Desra's ear. You go ahead. I'll wait here.
She'll nod and head inside.
I will look for the doctor.
Goose's doctor or Epione?
Let's start with Epione.
Okay. How are you going about searching?
Just glancing for another door to open on the wing. I can't imagine they're terribly far away. Do I see them Scooby-Doo style come out another room? These words link up.
Yes. They do, yeah.
So yeah, it's not terribly hard to find them. I just wanted to make sure you weren't going around shouting for them.
No, I'm just looking down the hallway.
I'm not going to watch for them. I imagine this is exactly
Hmm.
what's happening, and I'll let them leave.
So Desert goes in, and Navina finds the doctor and Natalia.
How is he?
Stable. Weak, but stable.
Do you think he's gonna pull through?
I imagine so. It's gonna be a while before he's back to his usual spry demeanor, but
I think after we found out what we did, I don't want him to come back to work, but that's something to bring up with Desra.
He is her employee. I imagine that's a discussion for them.
There's another thing I need to talk to you about.
What's that?
Finian is being rebellious at home. I'm going to try and contact the Primogen, the Malkavian Primogen, to see if they'll take him in for a little while.
Are you surprised?
Honestly,
He was hit by a car after being dragged into it and promptly staked.
no, it's not just that. It's before that. And she is like glancing past the doctor to like, she's picking her words. We'll talk about it in the car in more detail.
I have a rental.
No, Natalia's car, which is Desra's car, I suppose.
Yeah, that one's missing a door.
Yeah, it's getting repaired.
You only had one car?
That we use.
Oh, Jesus.
There's like 5 others in the garage that are just for show.
Oh, I thought you had another car. Oh.
It's
Right.
fine.
It probably wasn't ready.
It's fine. Yeah, we'll be having a word with someone, hopefully.
Well, I would request if you would let me speak to him first.
Finian?
Finian, yes.
Hmm.
I had hoped to talk him down before when he was frightened, but that did not happen the way I expected it to. Which, it's fine, I suppose. But
Honestly,
I wanna
right now. We are in a bad situation. We need to find somebody who will be able to take him in until he's ready. But with what's happened, what's he going to do? The last couple times we've had trouble, he made it worse, and he's been acting weird the last few days.
I agree. There's a change in him. Something's not quite as it was before. We've worked with him before.
We have. What did he contribute?
Information.
That's...
He's one of the only ones of us who can move without being seen. He is quick and quiet. I suspect something came back to haunt him. I can't say what, but something needs to be resolved before he's back to how he was before.
I step a little closer to the doctor and rest a hand on her shoulder and like lean in to like whisper to her just so that they're not overheard. That's why I really want the Malkavian Primogen to look after him for a little while. I might have only been at this for 3 years, but at least I'm able to hold my own. Finian is a wild card. He doesn't listen. He does what he wants. He goes off and wanders. We don't know what he's going to do. If we need someone who can be sneaky, we can always ask for somebody to temporarily take his place. We are not discussing this with the prince, just the Primogen, because I don't want a repeat of what happened to poor fucking Jimmy.
I lean close and whisper back. The other day, I became a slave to the monster that makes up all of us. Some of us can always become a danger to everything around us.
That's why he needs help. I want him to get help. This may seem terribly cruel, but I want him to get help. And none of us are able to do that and do our jobs at the same time. You know that.
Let me try to get through to him. Just once, that's all I ask. If I can't, if I cannot, I will yield to whatever decision you and Desiree decide.
Honestly, things may have been said at home, and he may not be there.
That could be a problem for us.
It would be. But we can't see him like you can see him through your eyes.
I understand.
And he's very good at hiding a great many things. So, tomorrow I have a meeting with at least one very important person. And Desra, I believe, has a meeting with a number of very important people, if they've finally gotten back to her. If they don't, I will request them to get in contact with Desra. If they don't trust her, they'll listen to me at least enough to hear my words, I hope.
We're moving quickly then. We are acting quickly then. That's good.
We have to. We have to. Doctor, we can't let this happen again. It's gotten dangerous.
I know.
I don't want to see Finn get hurt.
One last thing. Thank you for putting me down before Desiree destroyed me.
I don't think Desra would have, but you're a valuable member of this team. We may not always see eye to eye, but I'm glad you're with us. And she gives the doctor's shoulder a small squeeze. Thank you. You've put up with a lot of my shit. And she smiles a little bit.
There's like a very small smile in return. Well, I've come to understand you a bit better.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just the angry bitch of the group. That's about all I'm good for. And looking pretty, I suppose.
You're good at both those things.
And here I thought I was starting to like you. And she steps back so they're not whispering anymore. But she's still smiling.
Anger and beauty can be beneficial, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I was joking. It's Lauren, right?
Smile kind of fades then. Yes.
I don't think I've ever called you by your first name.
It's
Would you like me to?
that'd be nice.
She smiles and nods. I feel Doctor is a little sanitized after what we've been through. I'm going to wait for Desra. I would like the car, though. So, you don't have to stay if you're worried, but you're welcome to keep me company. I'm going to sit here with Natalia.
I can either stay in case Gustav, you need help with Gustav, or I can go try to handle Finny in case he's still there.
Actually, that might be the best idea. Natalia, can you take... We're going to be here a while. Can you take the doctor back to home?
Natalia gives a nod.
Just... I'm not sure how long we'll be here. A while. But I will
I'll keep my phone nearby.
Thank you. And she turns back to the doctor. Lauren, I wish you the best of luck. And she goes to take a seat in the little chairs next to the rooms in the hallway.
You too, Navina.
She smiles and gives a little wave. You take care of that one. I am quite fond of Natalia.
I will. Though I suspect she can put me down if she wants.
I suspect as well, yes. I'll see you later.
Of course. And I'll make my way out.
Cool.
And Natalia goes with you. Desra,
Yes.
you had entered the hospital room. The room is brightly lit. Gustav lays in the bed unconscious, and there's just the small beep of the vitals.
It's very clear that he's stable now, right?
He's stable, but his heartbeat is weaker than a normal person's would be.
I can't give him any more blood. I have to do that every month.
No.
So he's...
To Google someone, you have to do it on 3 consecutive nights.
I thought it was over a month period. Yeah, or every
No,
month, like when once they become a ghoul, because you have to feed them regularly. But I thought you had to do it over time.
Well, to make someone a ghoul, you need to do it on 3 consecutive nights.
Okay. So does
Then
this
after
count?
that, you
Does
have to
this
feed
count
them
as
once a month.
Does this count as a new night where I'll need to feed him?
If you want to Google him, yes.
Okay.
Mechanical question then.
Mhm.
What if one person feeds him, and then another night a different person feeds him?
Put any of your dirty Tremere blood in him, I will end you.
The second
Can I say that with
do nothing. Because they can only be bonded to one regent at a time, and the blood from Desert would already be in his system.
So it wouldn't, help accelerate the healing process or any of that stuff?
No.
I think there's
Okay.
I think there's actually a negative effect for it because they brought it up on Roll for Its channel where they can like cycle through feeding a person different people's blood, and it just kind of keeps them on that edge and they become addicted to it. It's not a good thing to do. It causes bad effects.
Yeah,
Like,
I just don't know how it works, so.
Yeah, because basically normally giving a human the blood is like giving them drugs. So
It's the best high. So did you try to feed Gustav some of your blood?
I will.
That was towards the doctor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, not if it's going to be negative.
And I think you especially would know that.
Yes.
Epione would know that it wouldn't be beneficial for him.
As someone that studies the blood, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Desiree to kill me. I want her to be happy that he's saved. So I could benefit from existing.
Don't want to end that unlife too early now. So yes, Desiree enters the room, and I assume she's going to feed Gustav some of her blood.
Mm-hmm. I'll just do the very careful thing where if he has a breathing apparatus, take it out at my hand, tilt his head back and do that kind of gentle force feeding because he's not
Massage
conscious.
the throat.
Mm-hmm. Give him enough of it to drink. Gosh, I gotta figure out how much this is all cost me. Who needs more oblivion? That's right. But yeah, I feed him, and once he's fed, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna check the records that they put in here, and make sure that they didn't put him in under his real name. I would hope Natalia was smart enough to not check him in under his real name.
So you feed Gustav some of your blood, and as the Vitae kind of fuels him, the readings go a little erratic. He grabs your hand, gives a squeeze, then goes back into unconsciousness. And as you move to check the records, there is no name for him.
Okay. I will just pull up a chair and stay by his side. There isn't anything I need to say to him while he's unconscious. If he's not dying, I don't need to make his suffering.
With the Vitae, his vitals are a little stronger.
I hope you can forgive me, Goose.
Finian.
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
So you begin to leave the room. The damage that you took last night not fully healed. The bone is no longer snapped in half, but it's still essentially a hairline fracture.
Yeah.
alert every time you make movement. But
Yeah,
you're leaving.
Yep, I pack up my journals and Angel and everything and go. Making sure to turn on obfuscate first, though. So that cameras won't catch it.
That's not
Or
how obfuscate works.
the best, not like so that camera, but like, I don't know, so that if anyone is here, just in case, like, they tried to trick him and say, like, we're leaving, but actually have someone, like, stay back.
I did leave a bunch of invisible behind.
Yeah, totally.
I hope you're ready.
Yes, suddenly 50 shurikens are thrown at once.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
does, like,
which power are you using?
probably, because the Cloak of Shadows is only if I'm perfectly still, so I think it's just Silence of Death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Using your vampiric ability so that no one can hear you, you step out into the cold Vancouver night, and you begin walking. Maybe running. How fast do you want to get there?
First, he'd walk, just to, like, not raise any alarm, and then, like, while he's on campus, because that's still, like, too close to home. But then he'd start running once he's, like, actually in the downtown area. And yeah, he'd just go where he knows to go.
Okay. Doctor, you and Natalia pull up and head back to the Haven.
Yeah, huh?
What are you doing once you get there?
I'm gonna look around, check Pinian's room.
Roll resolve and awareness for me.
Resolve and awareness. Yeah.
Two successes. Are you going to re-roll any?
I only have one to reroll. So no, probably not.
Okay. As you're searching around the Haven, you're searching almost anywhere Finian could feasibly hide. The cabinet's in right there, and he doesn't seem to be anywhere around the Haven. But in Finian's room, hidden under a pile of his clothes, you find this piece of paper. And that's where we'll take our 5-minute break.
It's cool. Or is it Finian learning how to write?
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
The fuck is this? Some of those are... Oh, they're cursive letters. I see. Yeah, Kitty, they are.
Kitty. Alrighty, well, let's...
She woke up.
Would you wake up for me now? Would you wake up?
Oh, kitties.
You joke like that. You are. 6B2... No, 6BH... Did the crossed out things mean?
I'm gonna step away.
Alrighty.
Did you write this? Or did Did Kay write this?
Yes. He stepped away.
God damn it. So, that was something.
It was an
Yeah.
intense episode.
It has been, yeah. But Sexy Grandpa lives to see another night.
Sexy Grandpa
Woo!
lived. Yep.
Now you're not allowed to give him more blood tomorrow, or no, don't do that.
Well,
Wait,
tomorrow, if I give him a third time, I just ghoul him.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean,
I thought she wanted to.
I thought you wanted to let him live.
I do, but it's more of if he's not going to pull through. Like, he's significantly getting better, which is perfect. If for any reason there's a complication and she has to give it to him on the third night, it will save his life, but it will ghoul him. And I think you can wean them off of it, but just all of their time catches up, and it's not a fun experience for the ghoul.
So he would just get a month back all at once. So he'd be tired for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Also, I gotta make sure what happens if you don't feed a ghoul for a month. Raisins.
They're fine. From what I remember, because I'd made a couple ghoul characters. So after the first month,
I'm
day,
more worried about long-term ghouls if they don't get fed for a month.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Every day they will age a year.
So it'll catch up to them.
So it doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly over time. And if they get re-ghouled, they won't revert to how they were before. They're now stuck in this new limbo. Yeah. So if somebody was a gorgeous 20-something and lived to be, I don't know, 50 as a ghoul, and all of a sudden their regent died, and they couldn't get blood, then it would start catching up to them. One day a year, another day a year, another day a year. It would, if they would have had, if they were like fighting cancer, that would come back. If they were like dealing with any terminal medical issues that being a ghoul didn't stave off, that would come back. The reason I bring up cancer is because cancer is a thing that spreads
through blood.
So yeah, so by imbibing in Vitae, it would stop. At least it would freeze.
Yeah.
Same as everything. It would freeze.
It's it's actually something that happened in the Roll For It game. The twin characters, the Caitiff and Toreador's mom, she had like leukemia or some really advanced cancer and was basically hospitalized, and the brother was grappling with whether he wanted to ghoul her or not, and the Nosferatu ended up doing it for him. So they ended up getting her back on her feet, but because the first season is just them being a rolling dumpster fire for 3 years.
You explained what happened to the mom in the end. We don't need to tell the audience.
A triple night breach did not end well.
Yeah.
Or triple breach in one night, rather.
Yes.
I'm back.
So,
Which triple breach?
Nothing.
Oh, we were talking about
different
blood
show.
and the way it helps ghouls.
So, the thing about them aging very quickly, aside from medical things catching up to them, the fact that they're aging a year every day is going to take a toll on their health overall. So even if they say they survived up to like 30 days, if they age 30 years in 30 days, they might just up and die of a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like their body might not be able to handle it, and they still have another 20 years left to go.
Yep.
So
I'm trying to figure out what's the safe amount of punishment to give Natalia without her dying.
That's terrible.
It is. I'm not
Hello.
or Desra is not a good person.
Fucking, you're not gonna make the pretty girl not pretty. You're gonna make Navina mad.
That's why I said safe amount.
Trying to decide how long to go without giving Natalia blood.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't forget, she's like prime condition right now. You are shooting yourself in the foot if you do that. There's other ways that you can punish a ghoul.
Well, the maximum blood you can bond is 6.
Yeah.
So technically, you could go 6 months before she will immediately just quit.
She'll still age, though.
No, I think if they're weaned off and they lose that last drop of vitae, that's when they just instantly age.
Oh, so it'll be oh, that's gonna be hell for like a month.
Sorry, one more time.
Once they're weaned off of all their vitae, they will instantly age to when they're supposed to be.
So
Oh, so
in
it's
5th
not-
edition, they need to burn off the vitae they have in their system.
But it's also an addiction, so they still want it.
So she is going to be not fed for as long as will not cause any permanent damage to her. It is a go to bed without supper punishment.
That's gonna suck.
It's like, just because of the way the rules are, I just want it out in the open that the intention is to punish her long enough that she feels the effect of being punished without it having the lasting effects on her. Like, she'll get food, or she'll get to drink again, but she will probably miss her scheduled feeding.
I mean, that's not that bad when you put it into perspective.
There could be worse punishments.
There is.
Yeah.
She could just not get fed at all. Can you
I mean,
imagine?
well-
Can you imagine 60 years catching up to you that fast?
Yeah.
Oof.
She's 60 years a ghoul?
She is a
Oof.
very old ghoul. There's a reason she dresses so fancy.
She was
Thought it
schooled
was-
in the 1940s.
Yep.
I thought it was just because she's pretty.
Oh, no, she rolled with Desra's old gang.
It's also how Desra likes her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Navina too, but, you know.
They listen to old timey music together.
Aw.
Yeah, but Navina's wants aren't as important as Desra's.
No, not to somebody's particular ghoul. Are we all back? Is that
Is
good?
everybody back? I think we've been about 5 minutes. I think Ark was the only one who stepped away. Kay, are you still
Yeah,
here?
I'm back.
Okay.
I
Shay,
know.
are you here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take us off. Be right back then. We are back.
No kidding.
And we have a mysterious note.
I have a kid.
Very mysterious. No.
Yes. But
like that
only
there's
the doctor
scribbles.
knows it.
Yeah, can I translate it? Can my mind do selective dyslexia?
I'm sorry, selective dyslexia.
Can my mind do that? Can I do that thing? Can I make the letters shift and then make it legible?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Okay, you want to go and try and piece out this letter?
Yes.
Okay. Roll intelligence and academics and tell me how the doctor would go about doing it.
I would straighten the paper out, start looking at the first character, and then in my mind, probably I might take out a pen and another sheet of paper and just like try to write it out as other letters that it could be. And
also,
then,
once you enter your lab, you notice that everything is wrecked.
oh shit.
The project you were working on cannot be salvaged.
Everyone gets punished. Dad was angry.
She might pay for this. Pastillate. And
Give me
return
one
to
moment,
translating.
please. Your clan compulsion is going to fall over you.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
Tremere, that is perfectionism. You have failed this experiment. You have to do something right.
It was so good. It was perfect, and it's destroyed. -2 dice pool.
Yes, and you are currently obsessed over solving this note.
Yep. I run over to what's left of my lab desk, take out whatever tools, sit on the floor, lay it out, and start trying to decode it. And
Roll
there is
intelligence academics with a -2.
best I can get with a -2.
5 successes. So, you spend probably at least an hour. You're not sure. Time doesn't matter right now. You're just writing like a madwoman, scribbling out your mistakes. You feel like you're close to solving this, but something in your mind just isn't clicking. Would you like to try again?
I'm obsessed, so yes.
Roll with a -1.
Is that on top of the -2?
Gonna burn will. Gonna burn another will.
Hey!
Hey, there we go.
A critical.
Da 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 da.
That is 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
You think you figured out what the message. You're not sure if you could do this for every time, but you know that you cracked at least this note.
I am the best.
The left of the page says, I could not move. To the right of that, I hate it. Just left to right down, it goes, was stabbed. Do not helpless. No, hurt by them. I do not know. Do not like them. No. It was Desi. Know them. I do not trust them. Poor fucking Jimmy. Finney.
Do not show Desbrother this note.
I'm going to fold that up. And then take my translation and tear it apart now that I know what it says. And then I'm going to take...
As you're standing there in the remnants of your lab, you hear a phone ring. It's not yours.
Head snaps in that direction.
You think it's coming from Gustav's office.
I'll make my way there.
On Gustav's desk, where the monitors have, they're currently kind of haphazardly fallen over. Nothing major damaged. The phone sits there ringing.
I'm going to pick up the phone, and then I'm going to hit a playback on whatever screen is still functioning, and try to see what happened the night before, if I can.
The person on the other... 1 week. Meet them then, and hangs up.
Says what?
1 week. Meet them there, then.
Do they say where?
No.
Do you have an idea where there might be?
Desra?
Hmm?
Remind me, did you tell anyone else that you planned a meeting with the Primogen?
Navina, when Navina said that Desra had a meeting...
That's a good point. I don't think I actually knew. I'm sorry.
That's okay, because I was trying to think. I was like, did I? Remind me which Primogen I'm meeting with.
All of them.
All of them.
Then no, I think I false remember, or misremember.
You might... Yes, you said something accidentally.
Let's do this then, since it's already been said. She would have confided with Navina. It's fine. I don't think that's a huge problem.
Okay.
So...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Like I said, I had to double check too because I couldn't remember if I told you. So we'll say that's what happened. It's not a big deal.
So you conferred with Navina, but not Finian or Epione.
No.
And do I know this is Gustav's phone?
You know this is Gustav's phone. It's the office phone, essentially.
He's the one who mostly does the calls and stuff for us. If Natalia doesn't.
I will write that down and then leave that by the phone. And then I'm going to try to play back on the screen if I can manage it. I'm not sure how broken it is, but I'm going to try to see the events of the night before.
This is a question I think needs to be answered. Do you keep in your haven? I wouldn't think you would, as creatures of the night.
Do we keep the records there? I think they don't get held for very long. If anything, the policy would probably be to keep them for a day or two and then have the security team wipe the records because, yeah, we know what the Second Inquisition is and we don't keep records for them to find. But a day or two is enough for them to tell us what happened and what we needed to know and look at and then get rid of it.
So do you have one just in the main rooms or in the personal rooms as well?
Storage for the video feeds and stuff?
No, the cameras themselves.
Oh, cameras. We have a security system set up. So there would be, I think, not in the rooms, the private rooms, personal rooms for everybody, but places like the lab and any of the common areas would have them. As well as everything outside, so we would see people coming and going.
Doctor, I'd like you to make a wits technology roll.
Beep boop, beep boop. Yep.
Two successes. You try to find the right files for the building you're currently in. That's easy enough, but a lot of the screens that you're working with are damaged. Whether they're completely broken or they just have the graphics distorted. You can tell that 3 people entered and ended up in a fight with your watch.
So it is
And
a gangrel, a venture, a no.
That went inside at least.
I'll try switching to a camera that goes to the common area where the fighting.
So in the main common room, you can see the 3 drag in the bodies and toss them against the wall. Then one with long gangly limbs just digs his hand into one of the watchmen and starts scribbling on the wall the message.
I know your faces now.
You do not.
I do not?
The cameras are very distorted. You get to see figures, not details.
Okay. I know your gangly hands now.
To be fair, you can tell a lot about a Nosferatu by the way their
Could be the gangrel.
figure is.
Gangrel can have gangly limbs.
Alright.
Still hanging.
I'm going to shut that down. And then I'm going to take the side of the computer off. Unplug the hard drive that's on.
What are you doing with the hard drive?
I'm not sure if I should keep this or not. I'll then walk back to my lab where everything is tossed and turned. And I'll go to the freezer where my stuff is usually stored. Open it up and see if anything survived the onslaught. Hoping against hope that there is still a single vial of my work left. Just one. Just one.
It would have just been a destruction of the immediate vicinity, not going out of the way to open things and smash them.
Roll resolve and awareness to see if you can find any unshattered vials.
Inside the fridge, shouldn't it be fine?
Desra was tossing things all over the place. Who knows what could have happened?
I don't think I get a bonus for phlebotomy, but do.
That's medicine, isn't it?
Yes, that's fair.
It's tied to a skill.
How about larceny? That's not right. There should be dice there. Awareness wits? Or resolve?
Yes.
Gonna reroll 2. Yeah, 2 successes.
You look around your destroyed lab, and just when you give up hope, underneath the lip of a cabinet, you find a single vial that seems to have escaped the destruction.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna go grab a little containment case and snap it safely into that and tuck that in my pocket for later. And then I'm gonna go to my room and lock the hard drive into a safe box for the time being, since Desra and Navina might want to look at that later. Then I'm gonna hide that underneath in the hollow space in my bed. And then I'm gonna take out. Where is it? I'm gonna take out. A white satin ribbon. And I'm actually going to post this because I'm not sure if it works on vampires. Yep, designated person. Doesn't say it doesn't work on vampires. And now I left the note of the message on the desk. Hid the hard drive. Translated a note. Saved a file. So I'm gonna cut one of my palms, soaking in blood. And I'm gonna try to see if I can follow Finian's trail.
This is a sorcerer ritual, correct?
Yep. So I need to make one round. see, individual.
Okay, roll intelligence and blood sorcery.
Oh, dope. This tracking's gonna be easy.
Okay, you sit down in your room. You cut open your palm and let the ribbon soak in the vitae. After 10 minutes go by, the ribbon burning brightly, you get a faint trail that you can see. Roll intelligence and survival.
That's fine. All I needed was one.
So yes, you can see the ritual line.
Check to make sure I still have that gun.
I believe Natalia took them all.
Yeah, and then I asked to see one of the other ones that the ghouls dropped. I still have that one. They never asked for that one back. Because Finian kicked a door. So then I'll step outside, lock up again for what it's worth.
Are you telling Natalia you're leaving?
Yeah, Natalia, I'm gonna go and search for Finn. I just want to be sure he's alright and that we're alright. I hid the hard drive with the records in my room in a lockbox, and I don't know what the message means, but I left it on by the phone in the office.
Do you want to tell the boss?
You can let her know. But if she goes into my room, tell her not to toss it.
You do see a look of like, I guess I have to tell her. But she doesn't argue.
She says all of this while holding like a pack of frozen peas to her eye. Sure, I'll tell her.
Oh, if you want me to call and let her know, that's fine too. I can do that as I walk. Yeah, take it easy, I guess. Oh, and thank you, I think. Is there anything you need before I step out?
No, I'll be fine.
Alright. Then I'll turn and I'll take out my phone and I will dial for Desra.
Desra and Navina, was there anything you two want to do before the phone call?
Well, I'll after a little while when I figure, it's been a bit, I will poke my head in to see how Desra's doing. After she gives Goose her blood and whatnot, is she just like standing over him watching him?
She probably pulled up a chair and is just beside him.
Yeah. Navina will also pull up a chair and keep you company. Like take your hand and look at Goose. like lean on your shoulder a little bit. He's a really good man.
Yes.
We're gonna look out for him.
Just a slight nod.
She nods and doesn't say anything. She just starts rubbing the back of Desra's hand. Try and help her feel a little bit better. Are they calling me or calling Desra?
They said Desra.
Yeah, they were calling my
Desra.
phone.
Good luck.
I just hand the phone over.
Oh, okay. I take the phone and look at the look to see that it would say Natalia's name, right?
I have my own phone.
Oh, it's your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll just answer. Hello?
You've got a lot of nerve, Desra.
This is not Desra. Hello.
Oh, hello.
I assume you saw the lab.
I did.
I forgot to warn you.
I'll lay into her later then. I understand she's upset.
She's right beside me. Glances at Desra. Back to like looking off, I suppose at Goose, but not really looking at him. Did you find Finian?
He's not there.
He's not at the Haven.
No. I'm stepping out and get some evening air. I need to breathe, as it were.
Okay.
But Finian is gone. There's a message for someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite know what it means.
What did it say?
Meet them there in 1 week. What does that mean?
Where was this message?
It came on the phone as soon as I answered it upon arriving.
Huh.
What does that mean?
That's a very good question. You said it was in Goose's office?
Yes.
Turn to look at Desra. What does meet me in the usual place in a week mean?
And this is the message from the Primogen, right, Art?
Yes.
I have a meeting with the council.
Well, okay. Would have been nice if you'd told us.
You were aware.
Oh, we're retconning it, so I know. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
I said. Yeah. Since we already said it, I'm treating it like you knew. No, it's okay.
You are fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Okay.
We're leaving it that you knew, so we don't have to change things.
Okay. So yeah. Right. Okay. So a week. All right. I hope you heard that, Lauren.
I did.
There's an eyebrow raise at the first name basis going on.
It's a long story, Desra.
I've also went back and went over what was recorded in the past day.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm going to put you on. Well, they can't track us if you're in here, right, Desra?
Perhaps we can go over it in person later. However...
Yeah, this is probably not the best place to talk about it. But
the machine has been disassembled for the time. The gist, we've got 3 very powerful lackeys that we are going to obliterate.
Oh, without a doubt. Any idea as to who? Do they look familiar?
One who's a bit fancy like you, one a bit gangly, one a bit less attractive than most.
When you say like me, do you mean like me or more fancy? Fancy. Would they specialize in being fancy, shall we say?
I imagine they would. Perhaps they like to get things their way.
You're sending me mixed signals. I lower my voice and say, is it a Ventra or a Tremere? Or not a Tremere, a Toreador. Why do they both have to start with a T?
Ventra.
All the other ones start with different different letters. Why?
They are the former.
My clan.
Yes.
Great. Let's see how well those clan bonds work, shall we?
No good look at their faces, at least not from me. Maybe you all can do something with it.
Why is that?
Or someone can. I
Wait,
guess.
so you saw them, but
just
you
my
didn't
use
see
and
their faces?
I saw their forms, not their faces. Which is why I kept the part to the machine. Just in case.
Hold on to that, because that leads me to believe we have one of possibly Desra's cousins, if our electronic equipment is not working as intended.
An interesting thought.
It's a theory. Just a theory. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But yeah, I keep searching for Finn. If you find him and you can't convince him to come back, which is understandable, I find a place to hold him up for a while that you know, and don't tell us. And that'll maybe give him peace of mind. We're apparently the big bad people. That's
all
not
right.
an order or anything. It's might give him peace of mind. Especially if he thinks we're out to get him.
Okay.
Anything else?
Not at the moment.
Wonderful. Reach me on my phone.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
I hang up and I pass the phone back, and seeing Desiree with the raised eyebrow, she's been very helpful lately, and I've not been terribly kind to her. Can't very well be telling you off for treating clans a certain way and then go about doing it myself, can I?
No, would seem not. Once this is all past, we'll focus on repairing damage.
She wants to tear into your ass, and not in the fun way, I'm sure.
You'd think she'd have learned from the last time.
One would think, but I don't think she had much control over what happened the last time. This is, you've destroyed her property, and God knows I can relate to that one.
Well,
But home is empty. There are things that I need to talk to you about. If she's leaving, Natalia should be coming back for us. I sent them off in the car, so they'll be back. We need to be on it. So I'll step out if you need to say goodnight to Goose. And I'll meet you outside.
And she will. She'll say a quick goodnight to Goose, and then since we checked in that we were family to visit him, I'll check in with the orderly or whoever's behind the desk, and I am giving them my alias name as he needs to be checked in. So he is going to be registered as it's a good first name.
Gavin.
Oh, Gavin. Yeah, no, that sounds fairly French.
Shout out to my patron people.
Shout out to
I have
patron.
two named Gavin.
Okay. Yeah, the Gavins are cameoing in. So his name will be Gavin LeBlanc, and I'll produce my ID and all of that, and be like, I'm his daughter. I think that's what we said, right? Daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daughter, and then related through marriage was me.
So
I never said through each other, but you can imply whatever you want.
Yeah. So he is Gavin LeBlanc, and I'll provide the information on my mask identity, so that he is a registered person, because a no-name body showing up in a hospital is just as suspicious as that guy we put in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would also probably nudge Navina to do a little Ventru magic, so that the person doesn't dig too deeply and just accepts that his name is Gavin LeBlanc and puts it in the system without getting any verifying documents.
Yeah, I'll just compel. You don't need to verify it. It's fine.
And the receptionist under compel will put it in the system and just goes, "I'm very sorry for what happened.
Oh, so
Terrible
are
that
we.
place being shot up."
He just wanted to have a good time, the poor thing.
I hope his dancing shoes will still fit after this.
Take good care of him for us, all right?
The best of care. An extra jello.
He's not that old yet, Desra.
No, but the jello is the best part of the hospital food.
It's the only
This
good
is
part
true.
of the hospital food. We'll have to try and sneak him in something nice. We'll come back tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you ever so much.
Of course, of course. You two have a good night.
Trains in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Ghost train.
Or something faint. Wasn't too loud.
Ah, good. Yeah. Is Natalia out and about?
Yes, you would have stuck by the car.
Cool. I walk over, and I'm gonna open the door to the back and gesture that Desra get in, so that the two of them can sit with each other instead of Desra sitting shotgun like she normally does.
There'll be a brief eyebrow raise, but she'll get in.
I'll get in, close the door. We can't very well have a conversation with you on the other side of the car.
There. Sound reason.
Well, it's just annoying having to talk through a gap in the seat. Right, so let us recap the night. We yelled at Finian for good damn reason. I'm sorry, but it was for a good damn reason. He's going to get us killed at this rate. But we may have been a little harsh to say, get your shit and get out if you're not going to be fully committed. He apparently left. You have a meeting with the Primogen in 2 weeks. The doctor is still very angry with you over what happened with her lab. I imagine she knows more of what you destroyed than I do. I have to see the prince tomorrow. We need to impress upon the Malkavian Primogen. I need to try and ask him to get in contact with either you or myself sooner than your meeting with the Primogen. What else? Finn is AWOL. The doctor's still after him. I told her, as you heard, not to tell us where she puts him up for the night because he thinks we're the bad people. So long as the doctor knows, it's fine, right?
It's true.
Let's see. Goose is on the mend. He's doing okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Though I might not be. You will. I turn and look at the rearview mirror. Natalia, how are you feeling? Is your cheek alright?
Or worse.
I look at Desiree. That was a little rough. And
It was a love tap.
yes, but it's also very visible and very public, and we just went into a hospital. I'm glad nobody came out for security reasons, Desra. I know you're mad. But would you hit me if I was the one who told you that it was me and Epione?
Of course not. I imagine you'd hit back.
Yes, I would. Though, that's negligible.
My
More likely
ghoul
to stab, you know
understand
me.
her place and her punishment for defying me.
Well, he's sort of family now, isn't he? I didn't know he was that close to you. And since it's just the three of us in this car together, and I turn to look at Desra, why the hell did you have the most important person to you as our security?
Best place to be keeping him secure.
But it wasn't, though.
No, didn't account for Kindred to be breaking into our haven. Have to be equipping them with better armaments in the future.
Perhaps we may need to look into more than just kind. I'm sure there's people that we can get in touch with. You have contacts, right?
I
Do they have Rent-A-Ghoul?
don't know. I don't know how we can go about hiring ghouls.
I'm sure there's independent ghouls out there.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it.
It's not like they have agencies for this kind of thing. Or maybe they do, I don't know. But we know a Nosferatu, and Nosferatu know things. And I look at Desiree with a cheeky little smile.
It did cross my mind contacting Velvet, like, hey, we need protection. He's like, kind of busy with my own problems, fixing his destroyed bar.
True, true.
Yeah,
but
no,
he might have a contact.
Yeah, let's get... that was my idea, too. It's a good idea. We should reach out to him and be like, hey, you know anybody who can help?
We need to hire.
Do you want to talk to my guest? Oh, he has no tongue.
I actually had the idea of us hiring.
Quite unfortunate.
I actually had the idea of hiring his coterie as our protection.
Oh no!
Yeah.
We will get them killed, and he will murder us.
That's what
in our
I'm.
sleep.
And I was like, that's a good way. That's a good way to keep our side characters in this game. But at the same time, it's like,
That's a good way to get our side characters murdered. Also, my side character is a gangrel.
But now I know I don't need to murder all the gangrel. I need to murder
True.
all the gangrel, all the Ventru, and all the Nosferatu.
No
You're
big deal.
kind of
No big deal.
very close to a particular Ventru.
It's true. I keep you. I promise to kill you last.
Wow, this is what happens with mom and dad. I see. That is how the ship sinks.
Funny. Sorry. Yeah. No, it's okay. It's just La Sombra clan compulsion. I have to go straight to the nuclear option.
What's the La Sombra compulsion?
I go straight to the nuclear option.
It's a good thing you have someone with mind control powers who can go, no, bad La Sombra.
Yeah,
Stop that.
It's fine. Like, I had to double check because I was like, I know there's something bad with the compulsion, and then I sent it to Ark, and I was like, just so you're aware, this is what happens, and it's like, I'm glad I've been playing it appropriately.
I'm glad that there's a Ventru here to, like, keep you in check. Goddamn. But yeah. After that, yeah, does Desra have anything that she needs to add to the, like, list of bullet point events that we've dealt with today?
No. It is very much just that. If we want to, like, progress time for once, we can do that because there are things that I have experience I can pay to get the ball rolling for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow is the meeting with the prince.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did pay to have a surgery site, so in case anything like this ever happens again.
Yeah. So, I guess.
Apologies. Somebody with base is like pulling into their parking spot.
Yeah. So, Ark, I'm going to be spending experience to remove our Haven flaw, because now that we've addressed it in game and it's had a negative repercussion, I feel that it's okay to buy it out.
6 experience points.
Yep. It's 3 for each dot, right? Is it a 2 dot?
Yes. It's 2 dot flaw.
Okay. Nope, you're right. Compromise is 2. So that's going to be 6.
The other ones are 1.
Yeah, that's fine. I just had to double check. Restocking our security and making them something like ghouls. What would you say would be a dot cost for that?
We could, if going off of what Chestnut said, we could try and find, like, people who were ghouls previously who have that addiction and want it and are willing to be the.
But we still have to account for getting them. We can't just be like, can we have this? Thanks. Like, eventually you have to
get them. They're temporary at best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the
they're
permanency
mercenaries.
The permanency comes from buying them with dots, and so I want them to be ours and not something that because, like, even buying them doesn't make them permanent, as we saw, because our hirelings got killed. But what would be a fair dot cost for having them be ghouls? Do you want to treat it? Do you want to treat it like the contact one, where they're just the or not contact, but the ally, where they're the unremarkable ghouls, but they're good? So they're like not Natalia level good, but they're basic ghouls. So I think that's 2 dots.
Can we wait on merits and things for... Because we haven't finished the game yet, have we?
No, I was just doing that while
Okay.
you said hold on, because I figured you were going to be the next big thing. I was just talking while you were AFK.
I wasn't AFK.
Oh, you paused because of sound, so I didn't know how long that was going to be.
No, asshole's still out there.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And it stopped. Good.
Okay. He heard you.
Yeah. Call someone an asshole and they come up the stairs to bop you in the face. No, yeah, if we're going to progress time, if Kay wants to do a scene with Finn and the doctor, and then we can go to tomorrow, where I need to go see the
That's
prince.
what I was.
Cool.
So, Finian, you've traveled across the town for the majority of the night, and you're looking for a place to hole up. Where do you want to go? Do you want like a basement that you could possibly break into?
No, I'm thinking. I mean, maybe. Just like anything that he thinks. Anything just nearby. Because he still wants to be as close to the location as possible, but like. Also, like. Hidden.
So yes, there are houses around that you could possibly break into their basements, or...
Is there like a construction site nearby or something?
What are you thinking?
Because I don't think he would want to go to a place where there are people. So maybe like some like abandoned place.
Just not the abandoned hospital, please.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Finian would be able to find either.
So I also feel like he knows that area
house.
pretty well from Yeah.
Yeah, so house you managed to find the basement fairly easily.
Cool. Yeah, and then he'll just go there. He probably would be looking over the notebooks.
And then an hour or so passes, and at Biona you follow the trail to this abandoned house. How do you proceed?
I'm not stealthy and I don't want to alarm Finian anyway, so I'm just going to glance around, make sure that it is entirely abandoned and nobody kind of like watching us, and then I'll proceed in.
Vinny, do you hear someone coming closer?
I hear someone?
Yes.
Oh, most definitely will push all my stuff into a corner and then turn on Cloak of Shadows.
And when I reach the basement and see the trail end, I'll just sit down. I got your letter, Finian. You did really well.
What are you doing?
Checking on you.
I'm good. Yeah.
Have you eaten?
Yes.
Is there anything you need or anything I can do for you?
You can leave.
Will you let me check your leg? I know it's probably not necessary, but I was worried about you.
I was also shot in the shoulder.
And hit by it.
Yeah. You'd probably say, and hit by a car, and
staked, I know. They were
is that what they did?
aggressive towards you. I know they did it because they were worried about you getting everyone in trouble, yourself included. But I don't agree with how things turned out.
You can stay there and look at it.
All right.
And he'd like sort of just put his leg out.
That
Do I
dispels
just-
the cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I just like see like a visible leg and the rest of them's invisible? Oh. Looks like you're healing quickly.
What'd you say? Sorry, someone entered my room. Yes, someone. What'd you say?
It looks like you're healing well.
He'd nod.
And I'm glad you're feeding.
Mm-hmm. I didn't. I'll leave a note. I don't know how to write.
I pull out the note that I found and unfold it.
His eyes like widen. He immediately like runs over and tries to grab it from her.
It's a little tricky to translate, but I'm impressed. You're putting symbols together. Would you like me to teach you?
I think he's like not paying attention to her and like totally like his eyes are wide and he's like freaking out on the inside.
Is something wrong, Vinian?
Mm-mm. Can I have that?
Will you tell me what's wrong if I give it to you?
No.
Will you tell me what's wrong if I tell you something about me?
No. Can I have it?
I'll extend a hand and hold it out to him.
He'd grab it and like rip it up. And then sit back down where he was originally.
Do you distrust me so much?
It's not that I distrust you. He's like scrunching his nose up and trying to think about how to say something, but it just like he just like literally cannot.
Well, would you like me to teach you to write so you can write it instead of saying it?
You said you could read the message that I wrote?
It took me a while to piece your little language together. You know, that's actually really smart. You can use it as a, what do they call it? A cipher. Now that I understand it.
You can't know what it means. You're not allowed to.
I don't have to study it any further if you don't want.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why am I not allowed, though?
Roll resolve and intelligence, Finian.
Oh, me?
Yes.
No, a second attribute, just resolve.
Resolve and intelligence.
Okay. Did it go through? I clicked it. Could be my internet. Oh, I did not. Hold on. I had to reload the page. Oh. Okay.
Do you want to re-roll your one?
I thought you said you ate!
He lied. You will not answer this question.
Yeah, he just stays quiet.
Can I tell that he hasn't eaten?
I don't think there's really a way of knowing, besides through just checking his body through an insight.
Would it be insight what?
I think for
Wits?
sizing someone up, it would be wits.
Three.
Finian, I would like you to roll composure and resolve if you want to hide this.
Yeah. Go. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll do will though.
You can re-roll 2.
Yeah. No! I'll do another one. There we go.
Time for a roll off.
But I got. Oh wait, yeah, no, they got 3 too.
It's the exact same. So just 1d10, whoever gets higher wins this.
Ah! It's like I don't
Always.
know how much danger I'm in right now.
So, seems to be telling the truth as far as you can glean.
Is it alright if I come and visit you?
Why?
Because I care about you, Finian.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to write your name?
I know how to write the first one.
I'll take out my pen, sheet of paper, and write his name out. F-I-N, another N, another I, A, and a third N. And then I show it to him.
He'd look really puzzled and be like, why is it so long?
Well, we usually just use the first 3 letters when we talk to you, when we call you Finn.
Sorry. Oh. But still, Finian doesn't seem like it would be that long.
I promise you I did write it out. But that's your name there.
That's so which one means what?
And I'll start to go over each letter of his name, and then probably start to describe like each letter of the alphabet and where those are. And I'll just talk to him for a while. And if I have time, then I will return to the Haven and leave 2 of the blood bags there. If not, I might ask if I can hide in one of the corners of the basement.
It took you the majority of the night to get here. You might be able to get back if you used an Uber or taxi.
Now, when you say might,
there's a risk that that the dawn would come.
Yeah, about that. Is it alright if I stay in this corner of the room, Vinian? I don't think I can make it home in time. please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Don't tell anyone, though.
I won't.
They said that they didn't want me there, so I'm gonna stay here.
Did they really say that?
Mm-hmm. They said, leave. So I said, okay.
Well, I don't think they should have said that.
Still gonna stay here.
Alright. I'll come and visit you.
Mm-hmm. Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning. Which one do we say?
I guess it could be either. Which one do you prefer to say?
I think good morning sounds funnier.
It does, doesn't it? Well, alright. Good morning, Finian.
Good morning.
Sleep well.
Mm-hmm. You too.
Thank you.
And with that, the sun rises over Vancouver. People go about their normal daily lives. There's a news report about the investigation going into the shooting at Nosferatu. The owner is unable to make any comments, but the Nosferatu will reopen soon.
That's good.
And as night falls once again, I want everyone to roll a rouse check.
Oh no.
Finian, you will again roll 4.
Oh my god.
No!
That poor boy.
Oh please. Oh please.
Also,
I'm gonna wait for him.
also, I
yay!
imagine while the owner isn't there to comment, there is at least one worker who is like, I saw everything. It was crazy. They don't pay us enough to get shot at.
Was there?
Lizzie can go
I think
out in the day.
yeah.
Because she's
Oh,
definitely
Lizzie
a
on
Toreador.
TV.
Yeah, Lizzie on TV.
God. Oh God, Lizzie.
Hey, I'm not hungry.
I am starving. I'm so
Let me see.
I'm still at 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh god.
Finn?
Did
Finn
you
left
not
it.
feed at all?
No.
Nope.
he didn't.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
Fuck. This is bad news bears.
that's very bad.
Finian,
Yes.
you do not wake up this evening. You have fallen into torpor.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's
That's what I was trying to get you
problem.
to eat.
You did
Yeah,
this.
boy.
I didn't do this.
Yeah, boy. Hey, you have a backup character you can play for a little while, right?
Maybe.
Doctor,
So
as you rise with the evening, you notice Finian still as a corpse of the basement.
Shit.
that's not normal. I'm gonna run over and check on him.
Oh shit, he
He's
did.
dead. As you all are.
The normal kind of dead. It's fine.
Okay, so to bring someone out of torpor, I feed them? I just feed them?
You can certainly try.
Okay, I got 3 blood bags here. This is really bad. Okay. I'm gonna take out one of the blood bags. Pop open the little straw part and lift his head and try to feed him.
As you pour the blood into his mouth, the blood essentially sits there, just in his mouth.
You need vitae, not blood.
Shit. Alright. Well, then I'm gonna be like, sorry, please don't take this the wrong way. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do. I'm gonna put my lips to his and drink the blood myself to get rid of my hunger.
So violated.
Snogs! Snogs!
And then,
The kiss of death.
yep,
Oh
the
my
kiss of death.
God.
And then, oh, Finian, I really don't want to do this. All right. I will take out my knife, cut my wrist, and start to feed him.
Roll a rouse check.
Good God. I have
You
not
bite
succeeded.
you drain. Does awaken your beast more and more. And Finian lays there, blood smeared, vitae smeared on his lips.
Is there a way I can rouse my blood to increase the potency?
You tell me, blood sorcerer.
I will do that and feed them again.
So you're going to rouse the blood for potency?
Yes. And drink my second blood bag to keep it down.
Roll the rouse.
Oh, thank God.
And you've activated blood of potency. You can feel your vitae thicken. You feel stronger. I assume you're cutting open your wrist and feeding him.
Yes, I am.
You feed him the strength vitae that you've forced upon yourself. I want to check something. Okay. Finian, you awaken. You can taste the vitae in your mouth.
No. No, 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 no!
I want you to roll test for frenzy.
Mm.
Is that good or bad?
Well, you had a lot of successes.
But sometimes successes are a bad thing.
Successes are never a bad thing.
Oh, then this isn't masks. In masks, if you get
Oh, Ark
success-
knows he was
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
successful in taking a powerful
taking
blow.
powerful blow.
Yeah,
Hashtag Nova, baby.
that was when he
Woo.
rolled the best.
He was really not wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a similar thing here, because that seems like something that, like, oh, if you succeeded at a frenzy, that means it, like, happened.
This is resisting frenzy.
Okay.
And 4 was the difficulty you were looking for.
Oh,
You do
thank
not
God.
frenzy.
I don't get Diablo.
Don't get 8.
But Finian,
Yeah.
you're aware of what just happened.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just saying over and over again, just no, 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 no. And
What's
he's like running his hands through his hair, and he like goes over and grabs his notebooks and picks them all up and puts them in whatever bag he had, and then just leaves.
Finian, wait. I'm gonna.
And I think that's where we're going to end it. Finian leaving, Doctor chasing after him.
God damn it, Finn! This is why! Just acting fucking weird. God. Let us help you!
I hope that was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. How do I help him?
Catch him!
Boy.
Don't let him leave. He needs an adult.
I did not mean for that one night to take that long, but
It's okay, it was worth it.
So much happened.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's not on fire.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, I think first things first, experience, because we got a lot done.
Yes.
Please.
I had to calm down so many people. This is fine. It's fine. This is fine.
you guys get 2.
2? Okay. That brings our total to
31?
31.
Yes.
I can do math.
Yes.
I should have 4 to spend.
I have 10.
I only got 2 because I used all mine.
I didn't use all of it. A little. Oh,
Alright.
yeah, so I guess that I should also take into account. Well, I guess I hold on to that experience on whether or not I fully ghoul Goose or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't ghoul him.
I
Personally.
don't plan to, but I also don't want him to be a not ghoul bossing around a bunch of ghouls. Seems kind of counterproductive. It might just have to be the horrible thing of I had to ghoul you to save your life.
Can't Goose go into retirement?
How would we get rid of
But we
sexy
love
grandpa?
him.
But I mean, sexy grandpa can come visit, but also he needs to retire because he's probably what, 60?
Yeah, that's true. That might
He
be
needs his moolah.
Late
Sure.
50s.
all right.
Late
so
50s. Yeah.
all right. So
This is a young man's game.
mhm. So for the low-ranking ghouls. It says give them backstory and build them as average ghoul with no advantages. Do you want backstory for all 5 of these people then, if I'm going to put Goose into retirement? I can do that. I can make this shit up. I can write these people.
So what you're wanting to do is combine the retainer and watchman, essentially?
Yeah, that was what I was asking. I was treating it like paying for 2 for the Watchmen, because basically instead of just doubling the amount of people we get, just combine them and say, can they just be the basic ghouls? Because that would be a 2 cost as well. And if you want to just bump it to a 6, I could afford that and just not have any experience points banked up.
We'll say, like, what seems more fair, 3 or 4?
3, because I can afford it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Sure,
so,
let's go with 3.
All right, so I'll put
question.
my experience at 0 then, and then I'll make up these ghouls.
What was the explicit command that you gave Navina earlier on? Like, don't do that. Wasn't it like don't murder Mr. Velvet?
Oh, I don't think I gave you any commands. I told you that he cashed in his boon, that I couldn't kill him.
Yes, but you also said.
Oh, yeah, I had she had said if I
Don't act.
telling you this means you can't act on it either.
Okay, just checking.
Would I get any of my health back?
With the 4 rouse checks, you heal 1 aggravated damage.
So does that mean, what do I turn it to?
Superficial.
I don't know what the symbols are.
That's the slash.
Okay,
Yeah, the X is aggravated.
cool.
And then red is health.
I have all superficial.
Yes, your leg is finally mended, but you're still pretty beat up.
Yeah, you bruised up. You lost some blood.
Yep.
And then I gave him some.
None of my
Yes.
hunger goes down, right, though?
You're still at 5 hunger.
Oh,
Which
lovely.
means you really need to eat something, but with the understanding, unless you take some blood bags first, you're more than likely gonna murder a fool.
Sorry, someone walked in again.
Oh.
I remember.
Also,
What
should we do the outros?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need to wrap this up. So.
Ha ha!
Krista, you always start.
Ah, yes. Hi, I am Krista, also known as Spoiled Chestnut. I've been playing Navina Marlin, who has simultaneously tried to keep this place together and also burn it to the ground. As in, shape up or ship out, and also, I've never actually called you by your first name. Let's be friends. Yeah, wild ride, crazy ride. I happen to do art. I'm Spoiled Chestnut everywhere. You can find me here on Twitch, on Twitter, on Patreon, and I have my own Discord as well. Come join us, have some fun. We can chat, talk about art, video games, tabletop stuff, all the cool things. I tend to invite Ark and a number of my friends on to chat with me while I do the doodles, and I'm open for commissions as well. So if you like getting your OCs, have pictures of them, yeah, just send me a message. My DMs are always open.
Very good art. They do all the art for this game, including Douglas Velvet.
Yes.
I mean, I'll be honest, you might be my favorite, just design-wise. He has the bad ears, the angular fish teeth, the eye
He's
patch.
got the cutest ears.
I
like-
always zero in on the little puppet head, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was part of the reference image I was given. Was it had a plush pin of the Count and also a button with the Camarilla Onk.
Awesome.
And I'm like, okay. I really like the plush pin. That's really cute.
What a session. This was heavy.
Yeah.
Kate.
Hello everyone, I am Kay, also known as Finn or Finian, or your lovely Malkavian
shithead
who
over
causes trouble.
So much trouble.
I'm excited that we're finally getting to his stuff, so we can
Yeah.
understand why he's such a shithead sometimes. And yeah, it's been fun recently. I found out that I might be getting the camera that I wanted for Christmas from my family, from like everyone in my family. So I could have actual content and stuff coming up on my Instagram. I've been posting things on Twitter recently, a little more than I usually do, which is like once every few days. I just recently posted, if you listen to like the other the episodes before this, which I hope you did, at one point Finn carved something in the back of Desra's car in his leather seats, and I decided one day last night just to randomly draw that, and I did. So it's not like drawing as in like I drew a great detail of the leather seat and then the drawing. No, I just drew what he drew, so it's just chicken scratch. But yeah, so I like posting stuff like related to the game and things because that's fun. And yeah, other than that, I do cosplay and other stuff like that. So
I was still trying
That's
to
it.
find your Finian cosplay.
I haven't put it up yet. I haven't even put it on yet.
Well, that's why I can't find it.
Yeah. I have a wig that will work for it, so I'll eventually the thing that I have to do is it's a silver wig and it doesn't have the black tips, so I have to put those on.
Gotcha.
So that's I need to find time to do that. Though I was working on my significant other's wig while we were doing it, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is she gonna be?
So not from any of these games or anything, obviously, but we're doing stuff from the Adventure Zone. So I was fixing a hairline. I'm cosplaying as Taco, and then
You've got taco energy, I believe it.
Yeah. And then my significant other is doing Magnus. So we got an Ardo lace front wig, but the thing with the Ardo lace front wig is that it had a widow's peak, so I had to like pluck it to get it to where it's not a widow's peak and just like a little curve. So we did that, and then we have our friend who's going to do Merle. And then we're actually getting a whole group together for KatsuCon in February.
Nice.
So
That's very
be
cool.
sure to keep an eye out for that.
Oh, you're gonna be you're gonna be near me.
Hey, you should come
That's
visit.
in the harbor.
Yeah, it is.
I might.
You should-
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
When is KatsuCon?
I'll be better.
Valentine's Day weekend. It's me and my significant other's anniversary con.
Ooh. Maybe we
Yeah.
could make arrangements, Shay. That's February. I would have to be out in that area at some point to make arrangements too.
That'd be fun.
Vancouver by night, the meetup.
The meetup.
Yes.
KatsuCon.
I'll cosplay Finian at KatsuCon so you guys can find me. We could do an IRL session where you guys have to find me.
Oh my god. Oof.
No.
IRL session where we have to all dress up as our characters. Oof.
God.
Oh, I can't do that.
Where?
I have.
You can't. I would have to find dreads and.
Also, you're not black.
As a matter of fact, I am. I'm just not that.
Oh,
Dark.
Oh. Excuse me.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. I
To be fair, you haven't actually
apologize.
seen them.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't
it's
think
fine.
you've seen
You're
me on
half
camera.
right.
Yeah, you're half right.
I feel like shit now. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Don't feel like
Don't.
shit.
It's all right. It's
'Cause,
the internet.
yeah.
You don't actually have a picture of me.
I don't. I've never seen what you look like. Just you chibi.
Yep. Yeah, to be fair, the OC persona is definitely not representative of me.
That's ye.
It's just what I
Mine-
feel inside.
Mine is me. I need a trim, but that's what I look like.
A Pokeball?
No,
the original one, the one they used for their.
I know.
I'm sorry. That's more funny than it should have been. Just spot on. Didn't miss a beat.
It was funny because I had forgotten that you had a Pokeball as your thing, and then I remembered.
I was looking at the server Discord picture, and I was like, yeah, I figured as much. And then he goes to the Pokeball, and I was like, wait a second. And I looked, and I was like, fuck, that's right.
I was just about to accept the fact that you looked like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, here's the quiz. All you Poke nerds, what Pokeball is it?
I'm not looking at it. Hold on.
See.
Oh, I know what it. I think. Ooh.
I've seen it before, and I can't place it because of the icons on the top of it. I recognize the green. Is it a gold and silver Pokeball?
I think it might be
from that generation. I mean, not the shitty GS ball.
It's one of the ones that you carve from the whatever the nuts were called.
Apricorns.
Those.
It's a friend ball.
Friend ball?
See?
I didn't answer because Chris had already told me.
Yeah. Ark asked, what is that? It's a Pokeball. Okay, but what kind of Pokeball?
Yeah, like, I'm the kind of person who just used regular balls, Ultra Balls, and then when I had to use the Master, that was it. I never got into the special type ones.
I used a lot of Premier Balls because they look pretty, and literally, they're just Pokeballs.
Yeah, the Premier Balls are nice, too.
I had a team of nothing but Premier Ball Pokemon.
Boy, remember how big of a mystery the GS ball was, and then it was just a big fat nothing?
Jay, outro.
Well, they had to.
Oh,
they had to cut it.
Yeah. Jay, your turn. We are rambling.
Sorry.
No, it's
my turn. Hi, everyone. I am Shay Jim for Party Gaming, also at JimShay on Twitter. I am also an artist. I need to practice more. I am going to get more stuff up. I do some maps, some characters, some concept art for folks who do it. A lot of stuff for their games. I will also probably be out for half of December. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I play Dr. Lauren Epione, the Tremere of the group, and currently struggling, trying to figure out how to help her Malkavian friend, while also staying connected with her other group, the rest of her group. A lot going on in her mind, trying to not freak out herself because other people are freaking out, and she needs to not freak out like everyone. So, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I am Ark Survivor. I've been the storyteller this evening. You can find me on Twitter at TheSageKirby, where I mostly post about this game. And I'm very excited for next Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And I guess that means I'm last. Hello, I'm Rindus of PartyWipeGames. You're currently watching our channel, enjoying our show. You can catch us most days of the week, and probably soon with more as we have more time opening up and we are preparing for our lineup for the next year. We will have a Patreon opening up soon as well. That probably won't launch until January. Also, stay on the lookout for that because there are options for the audience getting in, or Patreons to get in and take part in one-shots with us if you are so inclined to be a part of the PartyWipe Gaming experience. Otherwise, you can catch us most days of the week. We play Dungeons & Dragons, we play Scum and Villainy, we play Vampire the Masquerade, of course, and you can often catch us over on Forgebreaker's channel, where Ark and I will be tomorrow, finally getting back to our Civil War campaign, and hopefully it'll be exciting because I can honestly say it's been kind of dragging lately, and not playing for a long time has kind of made me forget what we were even doing. So here's hoping.
Something to do with cults.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just the downside of
Ooh,
bi-weekly.
Croncius is following.
Thank you for the follow, Croncius. Cronicius. Thank you for the follow. But we are going to hop out now because we are 25 minutes over, and I unfortunately go straight to bed after this because I work at 2, or I have to get up at 2 a.m. to get to work on time. And so we are going to go over to another Vampire the Masquerade game that is playing. Once more, we will raid Mirror Shadows because they are playing as well.
They're doing 20th anniversary. We were doing 5th edition tonight, but their game has been really interesting so far.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. Check them out. Cronicius, since you said you were checking out Vampire the Masquerade stuff, stick around and give them a listen because they have a really good show. Until next week, guys, have a good one. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
See y'all next week.
Bye.